Hello bookworms, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sydney and today's video is very exciting. It is the start of a new series here on my channel where I read my favorite booktubers' favorite books. So hi, welcome back. This video I am over the moon excited for. One, because I've wanted to do this exact series on my channel since I started BookTube, which is almost a full year ago, and I'm finally getting around to doing it. And two, because this first vlog video will be featuring literally one of my idols, who is Noelle Gallagher. Noelle is one of those comfort booktubers for me. Whenever I'm feeling down or whenever I feel like I just need to put something on and kind of escape what's happening in my head, I definitely go to her channel. She just has this infectious smile and persona about her that is absolutely incredible, and I am so excited to be doing this video with her. So in terms of this reading vlog, I have chosen two books that I know is two of Noelle's favorites of all time. In future installments of this series, I might have a booktuber give me like a list of 5 or so books that they absolutely love, mixed in with maybe ones that they love and they think that I would love. This is a learning process. This is the first episode, so future installments could be a little bit different, but in this installment, I have chosen 2 books that I know are Noelle's favorites. And I'm gonna read them throughout this vlog, see how our tastes align, and then there will be a surprise 3rd book later on in this vlog that you're gonna find out about later. And I'm gonna find out about later. But let's chat about those first 2 books that I do know about, and the first one is Call Me By Your Name by Andre Ackerman. This one, Noelle always talks about how she has cried every time she's read this book, and she holds it very close to her heart. And I'm very much looking forward to this book. I haven't actually cried at a book in a while, and I'm not expecting to, but the potential that it could make me cry is intriguing because I really love when a story grips you that much and makes you feel that much emotion. So I am looking forward to reading this and seeing if it does that for me as well. The next book that I'm going to be reading in this vlog is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. And you guys are witnessing history. I have never read a romance book. Like I've said in the past, I don't count Twilight or anything like that. I'm saying I've never read a contemporary romance novel. And here it is. I'm doing it. Noelle made me do it. Am I right? And I feel like this is a very good romance for me to start out with because I already know from reading my fantasy novels is that I love enemies to lovers. So I think that this is a really good book to first dip my toe into the genre in. And I am quite nervous about it. I don't really know how it's gonna go, but I'm going into it with an open mind and I'm really looking forward to it. I think what I'm going to do is start with Call Me By Your Name and then go into The Hating Game and then go into the mystery 3rd book. So yeah, that's the tentative schedule for this video. Currently, it is the 20th of January. I'm gonna go start Call Me By Your Name. So hello, I have an update for you. I am currently on page 130, and since this is the first time that I'm updating you guys my immediate thoughts on this book, even from page, what was it? The first tab that I put down was on page 5, and then the first tab that I put down that I loved something was on page 10. So I'm really enjoying it. I think that it is a really beautiful, amazingly written book. And the author is doing something that I really didn't know that it was really something that I really enjoyed. But for example, on page 10 and more so on page 14, there are really long paragraphs. Page 14, this is an entire paragraph right here. I don't know if this is how the author is meaning for it to sound, but this is how I'm reading it. So the way that I am taking the words in, it almost feels like it is a frantic trying to get all of our main characters' thoughts out on the paper before they forget as soon as possible. Because since there's no paragraph breaks in these points, it feels like I'm supposed to be reading it in a way of nonstop trying to get through it, trying to take in all this information and his thoughts as soon as and as fast as I can. And I love that. I think that it is so fitting for our main character. I think that the way that I'm taking these parts of information in is exactly how our main character would be portraying his emotions and thoughts. And I am absolutely just in love with that. I think that it's been a while since I've read a book that the way that it is written is portraying the emotion even more so than what the words are saying. And that makes sense in my head, and I hope that that really gets across to you guys, because I feel like that's the best that I can do at that. Like, I just really love how this book is written. Not only that, but I am also obviously really enjoying the story. It's aggravating. It is beautiful. It's compelling. Just let me give you more things. It's sad. It's hopeful. It's all of the things right now. Like, and I just know that it is going to break my heart. I think that it will affect me. I am at a very significant part in the story right now of a part that is about to happen. I stopped reading so that I could give you some initial thoughts of it so far before I got deeper into the relationship and deeper into the story. Oh, and one other thing that I realized about this book, it's told in like retrospect. Like, it's definitely a recap of this time of our main character's life. And it's definitely been a while since I've read a book like this. I've normally have been reading books that are told in like third person, maybe first person even, but normally it's just third person, like present tense, like I almost said the patient. My mind is still like I'm at work or something. No, the character is actively doing something, present tense, but this is the character has done something. It did open the jar or whatever, and not they are currently opening the jar. So like, I really like that. I like that it is told in retrospect so far, at least in the story. It's just kind of refreshing to my brain. It's just different from what I've been reading. So that's another thing that I am really appreciating about it. But yeah, so right now, currently, I'm doing some live sprints on my channel, and we're just gonna knock these out. There's about 30 minutes left in this sprint that we're currently doing. Just wanted to kind of update you all. And yeah, next time you see me, I will have finished the book, and I will give you my thoughts then.
Здравствуйте!
So I have finished Call Me By Your Name. And there's Avi tap dancing on the hardwood floor again. And it was really good. Like, I think that this book did a really good job at portraying what a obsessive, unhealthy infatuation with another human is, and how like hot and cold it is. Like, if you've ever been in a relationship or been in a situation like this and you've had those similar thoughts, then you could understand, like, one, how unhealthy it is, but two, like, how well it's portrayed in this book. The only thing that I kind of have an issue with that I will say, Oliver's 24 and Elio is 17 at the beginning of the book. It almost feels like one of those like professor and student relationships in a way. And not only because Oliver in the book is a professor, but like that's just feels like the age gap that a lot of those stories go with. It's a decent gap. If the characters were older, I wouldn't have an issue with it. It's just the fact that he's 17. So like he's very much still a teenager and still dealing with all these emotions and transitions in his life. So it's just a little bit more volatile for him. Though that is not to discredit the book, because I think that, again, like I said earlier, how everything was written and explained and portrayed really did do a good job at what I think it was trying to do. So all in all, I really do like this book. I think that it'll stick with me for a while. I think that I will hold on to it and read it at another point as well. But I would say like a 4.5 to 5 out of 5 for sure. And I am looking forward to picking up the next book for this vlog, which is The Hating Game, which will be my first contemporary romance ever, and I don't really know what to expect, but like I said earlier in this vlog, it has some enemies to lovers, which I am excited for, so I think that this has a good chance of being at least a really fun read for me. So we will see how it goes. Stick around to find out. For now, Caleb and I just ordered pizza, so we will be eating pizza, probably watching a movie, and then I will probably get started on this either later tonight or tomorrow. Either way, I will update you when I have some thoughts. It is now Sunday, and we're on the next book of this vlog, and that book is The Hating Game. It's downstairs. I don't feel like going to get it, so here it is. And like I said before, this is the first contemporary romance book I have ever read. So I'm a little bit nervous. I don't really know what I'm in for. I mean, I can guess what I'm in for. I just hope that I enjoy it, you know? I think that I will. Since this is a Noelle vlog, I wanted to make some banana muffins because she did a Q&A where she did a Q&A while baking banana muffins, and I thought that that would be a fun addition to this vlog, so that's what we're doing. However, I don't have muffin cups, nor do I have like a muffin cup tray, so we're putting a twist on it. We're making banana bread. And I think that that's fine. I think that we will all get the gist of what I'm trying to do. I have never made banana bread. I have never made bread. So we're gonna see how it goes. I mean, this is a vlog of many firsts for me. I'll probably just put together like a little montage of me trying to make banana bread, and then the rest of the day I plan on editing my most anticipated 2021 releases and all the pre-orders that I've already placed, as well as obviously getting a start on the hating game. So that's the plan, that's what we're doing, and I'll just see you later. For an update. It is currently Wednesday, the 26th of January, and I have officially made it halfway in the hating game. But before we get into the hating game, I kind of want to say something that I realized late last night. I've been talking about how the hating game is going to be my first like contemporary romance novel, and I kind of want to clarify because literally in this vlog, I also read Call Me By Your Name, which is also a romance-centered story. I guess there's just been like a barrier in my head. When I think of a romance book, I either think of like the books with like the smutty covers, you know, with like a glistening six-pack on it. Or I think of these cute covers with like graphic and, I don't know, I feel like a lot of romance novels have like this vibe going on. Future Sydney, feel free to throw up examples of covers like this on the screen just to further prove my point. But like I said, there's been like a disconnect in my brain, and I have only considered books like this to be like the pinnacle of romance, I guess. But I did kind of want to mention that because I was thinking about it. It's like there's gonna be people in the comments like calling my ass out, and that's definitely valid. So moving on, we can now chat a little bit about the hating game. I will tell you right off the bat, the second paragraph, I was already tabbing yellow. And in this case, I really liked how the author was writing this situation and describing the emotions of love and hate and how visceral they are, and the feeling of needing to win a competition, because I grew up my whole life playing competitive sports. I get that. You know, I don't know. I just really enjoyed how Sally Thorne was writing automatically right off the bat. And that's always really nice because before I even knew like what my main characters' names were, I was already enjoying the story just by the writing style. And it was just entirely refreshing. Before going into this book, I knew that I would have fun with it at least. And I knew that I would at least enjoy the enemies to lovers trope. But if I could summarize this book in just a sentence right now for you at the halfway mark, it's this. I absolutely love this book. And again, I knew that I would probably have fun with it, but I didn't think that I would be loving it this much. And I'm really excited about it because this kind of opens up a whole new genre for me. This makes me want to try out different types of romance books, different tropes. And that's exciting. I thank Noelle for loving this book and therefore making me pick it for this vlog because honestly, you're just opening up a whole new world for me and I'm very excited. Nothing too steamy has happened quite yet in this book, but I have heard that it is coming and pun not intended. I'm just gonna stop the update at that because what more can I say? Am I right? Hello, welcome back. It is now February, February? No, it's not. It is now Friday, the 29th of January, and I ended up finishing the hating game yesterday on my lunch break at work, which was quite lovely. And honestly, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I'm giving it 5 out of 5. I am so pleasantly surprised. Like I said in the last clip, this just opens up a whole new genre of reading for me that I'm really excited for. This book read really, really fast, and I feel like I could have definitely finished it in one sitting just because of how interested I was from the story. And I just thought that it was really good. There was no lull in the story at all. I thought that it was really, really funny. The pining in this story was so real, and I actually was not expecting how the story ended, and it really made me love the story even more. I thought that the ending was a really, really good twist, and it was just really sweet. I really had a great time reading it. So I am really glad that I chose this book for this vlog, and I'm looking forward to exploring this genre further. And now we are going to be moving into the final book of this vlog. And what is that book? I don't know, we're about to find out. Because Noelle is an absolute angel and she took time out of her day to send me a personalized scavenger hunt prompt for this last book. So Avi and I are going to watch this video for the first time. I will screen record and have you guys experience it with us. And then we will pick a book based on what the prompt is.
Okay, here is my challenge. Go to the 5th stack of books, find one with yellow on the cover, and have the letter N in the title somewhere. Good luck.
How do we feel about this? How do we feel about it, Avi? That seems like it's gonna be really hard. Before Noelle sent the prompt, I told her that I have a couple bookshelves as well as 8 to 10 stacks of books. So she has chosen the 5th stack, yellow, and the letter N. So I guess let's find a book. Okay, so I have stack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's gonna have to be from this stack right here. Oh my god, and sitting right at the top is the new release that came out in January that I pre-ordered, and that is Last Night at the Telegraph Club. I mean, it's in the 5th stack, and it definitely has yellow on the cover, right there. Could it really be that easy? It was sitting right on the top. Just for the sake of looking, I'm gonna look at the other books too, but, I feel like I'm already gonna pick this one, because one, it's a new release that I was really, really excited about, and it fits every single prompt that Noelle just gave me, so... What about... Ooh, Noelle loves Ready Player One, and... Oh, there's a little yellow right there. You see it? I don't know, we'll see. So there was actually a few books in that stack that would have worked for this prompt. That is super crazy. I thought I was gonna have to bend the rules and make it work somehow, but there was actually 4 books that would have worked. Okay, so now we are choosing between Last Night at the Telegraph Club and Ready Player One. I mean, there's definitely yellow on Ready Player One. There's one on this RV right here. There's some over by the letter Y. It could work. Let me think for a second and I'll come back and tell you my decision. Okay, hi, I'm back. I decided that if Ready Player One was available in audio on my Libby app, that I would choose it. One, because I honestly don't know when else I would ever pick up Ready Player One if it wasn't for a Noelle vlog. The first 2 books that I read were handpicked because they were some of her favorites. Now, how serendipitous is it that with her very specific prompt, there's a chance that I could pick another book that she absolutely loves. I feel like the chances of that happening is very, very low. So it was available for audio on Libby. It is now on my shelf and it is in my hand. We have chosen Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. So, in Ready Player One, if you don't know what it's about, in it we follow our main character, Wade, who lives in the world 2044. And in this time, there is a place called the Oasis, which is basically like a virtual game almost. And in the Oasis, there are a bunch of puzzles based on like pop culture from decades past. And there's a promise of massive power and fortune for whoever can unlock these puzzles, basically. But when Wade gets to the first puzzle, he finds himself beset by players willing to kill to take the ultimate prize. The race is on, and if Wade's going to survive, he'll have to win and confront the real world he's always been so desperate to escape. And the blurb on the front says, "Enchanting, Willy Wonka meets the Matrix?" That's crazy. What? Regardless, it is sci-fi, and I've been wanting to pick up more sci-fi, so this is exciting. I am feeling good about my choice, and my plan for today is to film my February TBR with my Spin the Bottle game and crack into Ready Player One and get some good progress done on this. Hey, welcome back. I have an update. I just made it to level 3 in Ready Player One, and it's really good. I know it's gonna sound lame when I say this out loud, but this book is like really, really captivating to me, and for a couple of reasons. So obviously, this book is set in 2044, so it is in the future, and the way that this book depicts the future of Earth, it is super negative and just very desolate, which I don't think is going to be far off from where we're headed if, you know, we as a civilization don't get our shit together. Not only that, but like also with the way that technology grows at this day and age, like it is so realistic that something like Oasis could be a legitimate thing really soon. Because I mean, we already have virtual reality. Like, what's stopping the world from literally having this exact software and experience for like every facet of life? So like this book is just very probable and scary because of that. But it's also really, really well done. And even though, like I said, it is like kind of negative when it comes to like the future of the world, the book itself, like the writing, Ernest Cline, like he's funny. This is a funny book. The little like one-liners and the comedic relief that happens is really, really top-notch, placed at the perfect times, and I just have no complaints there. And the story itself is just like super addictive because I like video games, like maybe more of like Xbox and like things like that. Like I was never really like a huge arcade type person, even though I grew up with a bunch of arcade games in my parents' basement. That's a whole nother story, and we're not getting into it right now. So like the idea of having like, it's basically in his real life because Oasis is their life in this book. So the idea of having like a actual quest that you are physically doing, whether it be on virtual reality or not, but like this quest can really affect your legitimate physical life is just really cool. And just the whole quest part of it, like I really am digging the whole like riddles and trials, almost like trials, yeah. Like I'm loving it. It's a great time. But I really, really enjoy the dynamic between H and Wade. They really are the best of friends, but like where the quest is concerned, they like don't talk about it, and it's funny because they're like, you know, I can't say anything, and they're like, yeah, I know. And it's so casual because like they're best friends and they get it because they both have the same mindset about the quest itself. So I don't know, I guess that type of friendship is just very refreshing to me. But yeah, so it is Sunday night, the 31st of January, and I am determined to finish this book. I only have this much left. So the next time that I come and update you will probably be tomorrow during the day, just to close out this vlog and give you some last minute thoughts on Ready Player One and everything else that I read in this vlog. Hello, it is the next day, and I did end up staying up until about like 2:30 a.m. finishing Ready Player One. and it was really good. I was very surprised at how much I really enjoyed this book. I felt like the last 25% of the book that I read last night after my last update, the vibes were very comparable to like the end of an Ocean's 11 movie or some shit, because everything started to come together. Everything started to make sense. All of the little hidden parts that we weren't really seeing or that we knew about but didn't really know anything about, they started to come together and everything started to make sense. And it was just really good. I think that my last update, I really talked about a lot of the things that I really want to say about this book. And one thing I noticed last night after I had finished the book and I was laying down trying to fall asleep, but obviously still thinking about the story. And this might be something that like a lot of you will be like, yeah, Sydney, duh. But I just want to say it because I was really happy about it. Sci-fi is a genre that I haven't read much of, but it is one that I do want to read more of. And in my fantasy books, I really enjoy world building. You know, like descriptions of the world, what the magic system is like, what the environment is like, you know, like give me all the flowery poetic shit. I love it. But with this book, with this sci-fi filled book, there was so much world building, but in a different way. The world building in Ready Player One was all about like the history of the game, history of Oasis, history of Halliday himself, and all of the things that he was really into and how it played into the game, like the quest, the different planets in the Oasis and how they related back to all of the research that our characters have done on Halliday. And I just thought that that was really cool. There are different types of world building. And I'm just used to like the fantasy flowery world building. And this was like a very video game sci-fi focused world building. And I just thought it was cool. Okay, I know a lot of you will probably be like, yeah, okay, whatever. I was happy about it, so just let me be happy. So all in all, I ended up giving it 5 out of 5. I just feel like it was super realistic. I think that it was very well done. It was funny. The characters and their dynamic between one another was just so awesome. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely a book that I want to watch the movie for. And I can't remember if people say that they like the book more than the movie or vice versa. If you've seen it and you've read it, let me know what your favorite was down in the comments. I'd be interested to see. Little recap of what has happened in this here vlog, all based around some of Noelle's favorite books. The first one I read was Call Me By Your Name by Andre Ackerman. The second one was The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. And then the third one was chosen via Noelle's personalized scavenger hunt prompt, which then I got Ready Player One. And I don't think that I've mentioned this in this vlog at all, but The Hating Game by Sally Thorne was the mystery book that I ended up picking for my January TBR Spin the Bottle game when I landed on that mystery space. So this was that book, in case you were wondering. And it was actually really funny, okay, because when I started reading it, I had forgotten that it was my secret book. So I marked it as currently reading on Goodreads, and I freaked out. It was totally up for like 5 minutes, and then I was like, oh shit, that's not no one's supposed to know. But like, if you were paying attention, then this vlog's pretty obvious of what I was doing. So yeah, I mean, basically all of these were 5 stars. I'm super excited about that. I think that's really cool. And I do want to give a quick shout out to Noelle herself. If you are watching, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to send me that scavenger hunt video, especially when I know that you're really busy and you definitely didn't have to. So again, thank you so much. You are an angel. But that is all that I have for you today. So if you're still watching, leave the robot emoji down below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and if by whatever chance that you're not subscribed to Noelle and you're here instead, go subscribe to Noelle too. She will obviously be linked down below as well. I appreciate your support, and always be kind to one another and happy reading. Bye!